What's up, y'all? We are here live at the Coliseum, still fired up. Semis round coming up. Quarters round was fired, just like we thought it was going to be. We had a lot of fun. All 4A, 2A, and 3A wrapped up a while ago. 1A just wrapped up probably about 20 minutes ago when they got here and got their round in, and it was bonkers. We had upsets. We had kids who we know are on that level, showing how on that level they are. Team race is heating up. Gaps are starting to come between some of the teams. Let's go. 4A quarters
so we'll start with
recap.
4A, 113, Stinson, pins Brasino.
Yeah, man, I looked over and had him in a cradle and got the fall. And we picked Cam Stinson to win that bracket.
Yeah.
But he did.
Is dominating like
Yes.
he has been.
There's levels to this.
113,
right?
Cooper Davis over Baisley. 126, Hunter Jones from Hickory Ridge over Fogelman.
Yeah.
Big one right there.
Fogelman went up early, and Hunter Jones came back to win that one. I think that might have been one of our first OT matches of the day.
Right.
And then the 132 bracket, I've been talking about it since the brackets came out, right? Or even before that. And Luke Kuntz over Richard Williams, really fire match as far as like both guys in on attacks, looked slick on their feet. Kuntz just a little bit better at finishing those attacks. So that one was great. And then Blevins over Merchant in overtime.
In OT.
Yes.
Big one right there.
It was crazy. Honestly, I thought Merchant was going to win for
Merchant
the majority.
He looked like he had controlled the match. But Blevins just showed
why
how good
he's
he is.
Been on that level all year.
We saw him at the Tiger, and he's still proving it, right?
Yeah, he clawed back with a couple really good singles and some awesome top work too.
Yeah,
that really helped. So, and then a guy we saw and we can't leave this guy out on 132. I looked
you
over.
Skipped over him.
I about skipped over in the
you
dock.
You about skipped my champ pick.
Yeah.
All right, Brandt with the last second TD to beat Harrison, gutted it out.
It was looking bleak, to be honest. Harrison was in control.
Yep.
He was controlling Brandt on top, and then Brandt got a restart, got out from the restart, and started to put some attacks together, and he hit one attack that was dirty and ended up putting Harrison on his back there.
Big one. And then 152, CJ Griffin.
Yeah, we saw him at the
over Brody Neal.
We saw Griffin at the grapple, and we were both really impressed with him, even in a loss to Grayson Harris there. So here he is, making the semis for Hoka County.
Now, this is big for the team race. Brody Neal Lake Norman needs him to make noise on the backside.
Yes.
They need him to make some noise on the backside, pick up points when he can, and that's gonna be big for their team race. 170, Tomas Brooker over Grana.
Yeah.
Gunning over Jarvis. And also, Hopper was on a different level. I think it was 24-8.
Yeah, Rab is really good, and he is really hard to score on.
Monster.
So for Hopper to put up points like that,
but it was takedown, cut, and they were all just slick.
It's definitely the best I've ever seen Alex Hopper, and I was really impressed with Gunning in his win over defending state champ Jack Jarvis. One of a couple of state champs that went down. Jack Jarvis went down, Gunning over him. State finals in quarters. That's crazy.
Insane.
And now we're going to get Hopper versus Gunning, right? It's going to be crazy good. And then we had Hartzell over Pepe. Pepe undefeated on the year. It was a back and forth battle a little bit. And then Hartzell sealed the deal with the fall. And then
the big boys, 285. Rylan Van is he's from a different planet.
Yeah.
That's
You asked the carry coaches, what do they feed in heavyweights?
What do they feed heavyweights in carry? All right, because they have had some of the best heavyweights in North Carolina history.
Yes.
And Rylan Van is trying to join that group, right? He's got a tough one in.
Yeah, another good semifinals with Eldridge.
Another solid
Wake
semifinals.
Forest.
And then he's got a big, if gets through that one,
potential.
a big finals with Carson Floyd.
Yeah.
If Carson goes on the other side, Carson looked really impressive, and I think his kind of first real test at heavyweight.
I'm not gonna lie to you. During the McCallum Van match, I thought I saw my life flash before my eyes. They were coming right at me. They were coming right at me. And
They would squish you.
They would squish me. They are big men.
Yes,
okay,
they
so
are.
and to be cool, the way they both move their feet, they are next level heavyweights,
Right.
both of them. So.
And also Sakari got a big win there.
Yes.
in the quarters. But going up to 3A, Baglio over Landreth.
Baglio showed why he's that dude, man.
He's next level.
We've
and
talked
he
about
keeps
Damon
on
a lot
proving
this year and how improved he is, and he is.
Yes.
Just Baglio is just that good
It's just
right
he,
now.
he hit a buzzsaw.
Yeah, he
And
controlled
sometimes
the
that
match.
happens at the state tournament, right? I mean, we saw it with with Monteperto and Gunnar Marshall.
Yeah, Gunnar Marshall
Right.
looking really good, but
But Monteperto is one of the best kids that we
Yep.
have in the state, if not the best kid we have in the state. It's
Yep.
we were talking with Jason Fulmer earlier. I was, and there's a few kids in that top tier that are in that conversation of who's the best kid in the state, and sometimes in these state brackets you just run into a buzzsaw.
120 as well. We had a state champ go down in Braden Mejia. Mejia goes down there. Wasn't expecting that one. Oh, he went down to Connor Wishon of Ledford, who Wishford wrestled an incredible match in that one.
Yeah.
And he's got an interesting semi as well. We'll talk about that in a little bit. But it's incredible that Fred T. Ford's only returning state champ goes down,
And they're still running away.
They're big in the team.
They're still running away
So
with
it's
the
crazy.
team
So
race.
Mejia goes down. And
138, Jacob Cox over Tokeben. Jacob Cox
next
looked
level.
super
He looked
impressive. Next level.
'Cause we know how good Tokeben
Yes.
is, and Cox put it on a little
Yep.
bit.
And then Dawson Cody continuing to get 4 points. But the next one, the biggest one that I want to talk about from 3A is 145. Brock Carey is, if we gave out an Iron Man award for this tournament, I think he's already won it. This
No,
kid is
I don't
full
know how
of guts and is a absolute warrior. Cannot wait to see him in the semis. He has punched his way to the semis.
Yeah.
Super impressive. If you haven't watched a match from this tournament, you need to check out his semis. 145, Stone Shapiro.
takes out Stephen Cotton
Yep.
in one I did not see coming. I think Stone Shapiro's very good, but I just thought Cotton looked like a man on a mission, an animal last weekend
Yes.
with his win over fight. So he continues to impress does Stone Shapiro and gets another upset. And now he's going to meet Brock Carey, the person he upset last week at regionals in the semis. So big win there for Stone Shapiro. Let's go 2A.
See if Brock can get a little bit of a
Revenge match.
there.
Let's see.
But 2A, Pittman over Allman.
Takes out my state champ
Yep.
pick there.
But then the next match on a mat right beside it, Horton over May takes out my 113 state pick there. So
neither
we're both wrong.
Horton and Pittman make us look silly.
Yes.
But I'm excited for maybe.
Just like we say, if,
I'm excited.
if
Yeah,
we don't
prove us
pick you,
wrong.
prove us wrong, and they did.
They did, for sure.
So congrats to those guys, and I think we could see Pittman May in the third, fourth, maybe there.
You mean Almond May?
Sorry, yes, Almond May.
They could
My bad.
see each other there. And then 126, another state champ going down. So Jarvis went down, Mejia went down, and then Tyler Holland of Wilkes Central went down to Chade Norman of West Lincoln. Norman controlled the bout, really.
Yep.
From top to bottom, which is one I didn't see coming because Holland's been really good all year long.
Right. And then 285, Spring over Roland in overtime.
And down goes another one of our state champ
Down goes another
picks.
one of our state champ picks there. Everyone else kind of in 2A, though, did what they were supposed to do.
Yeah, yeah.
Or did what we kind of
And there
projected.
was upsets of like 4 seeds beating
Right.
regional champs again,
Right.
stuff like that. But those were kind of like the big storylines of
Yeah.
2A, right? Those ones. And
Yeah,
then
we don't want to be sitting here for an hour.
Yeah, oh, we could-
recapping
we could-
this.
if
We
we
can
want-
we could go through each
through
match,
LA,
but we want to
we-
get to the semis
we missed the semis completely.
before the semis start. So, 106 tournament kicks off right off the bat. Upset Creed Smith from Rosman over Jason Kennedy.
Yeah, I was not expecting
State
that.
champ pick gone.
But yeah, bam, right
And
off
then
the bat.
Foster over Hines.
Man, I could tell you, Cooper Foster looked really
Yes.
good. That was a 4-3 match
Yep.
at state duels, and
Yep.
he majored him here.
And so next here, Rop over man. Big one there for Rosman. Big one.
Rosman came to wrestle. They looked really good.
Man, Tortle was in a scrap there.
Dogfight against their 26.
I think he ended up getting the stick.
Yeah, he
but
ended up getting the fall.
He was in trouble a few times. Super impressive, but I think the story of 1A is just that next level in 1A of Hernandez, Shell, Fink, Cage Williams, and Jaden Now.
Mm-hmm.
They're on their own level, and they're so good. Dominant. 220 is a guy that you talked about that's going to be massive for Avery's team race, but we kind of talked about it, and you talked about it.
Yeah, maybe on
that
the
he'd be on the
points.
Backside. He proved us wrong.
Yeah, he proved us right and wrong at the same time.
Yes.
He's big point scorer, just continuing on the championship side with an upset over Marion of UR Charter there.
Right.
So big, especially with there was a bunch of UR Avery matches right out the gate in round 1 there.
Right. So that's all we got. What's the team race looking like right now?
So right now, team race wise, I'm just going to do top.
This is before the semis kickoff.
Before semis kick off, I'm just going to do top 3 for each classification.
Okay.
In third, we have Swain County with 20 points. In second, we have Robbinsville with 28. And then we have third, Avery with 42. First, excuse
Avery,
me.
I was about to say.
First, Avery with 42 points.
Wow.
And
Avery went perfect.
Yeah,
this
they were.
round, right?
They won every single match that was contested. Now, Robbinsville can.
We'll do the top 3 again. Bunker Hill with 51.5, Newton Conover with 53, and Bandy is leading the charge with 63. And then 3A, we've got
That one can get tight with the
Cape Fear at 45.5, Cata at 51, and then Ford at 90.5. Ford's really running away with it, and
they got big gap, but I really feel like Cape Fear and Cata can kind of close a gap in the semi round.
Cata's got to put some points.
Cape Fear's
on the board,
got a
though.
squad. I've been seeing them.
Yes, they
winning
do.
all over the place, and they're winning by bonus too.
They do, but I'm going to stick with Cata.
I obviously
stick to my
picked
guns
Ford,
there. Yeah.
and I still think they're going to keep that gap going, getting wider. But
Then Lake Norman,
it's possible.
4A, Lake Norman at 49, Pinecrest at 60, and Laney at 84. Laney's kind of running away with it a little bit right now, but this semifinal round is going to be big across the entire team race everywhere.
This is the big points round right here.
Yes. So we're going to do some of our favorite semis now. And let's start it off.
Let's start at 1A, since we went 4A to 1A in the last one.
So 1A, it's a really good one. Cooper
The team
Foster
race
from Avery
implications.
versus Alexis Panama from Robbinsville. Panama looked awesome in that first round match in his quarters. But like you said, this is a really big one for the team race.
Yeah, it's huge.
The next one is 126, Grant Reese from Avery against Logan Torchel from Rosewood. If Torchel wrestles the way he did in his quarter, I think Reese gets a fall here.
Fall.
Torchel has and sometimes it's just the
first
state
match
tournament,
jitters.
just getting the jitters out.
I think
getting
this
out
one's
there,
a
but
back and forth battle. And
yes,
it's just gonna be whoever wins that last exchange.
Right.
It's a state runner-up, Grant
He's
Reese
gotta
versus
come-
defending state champ.
yep. Torchel has got to come to wrestle. If he wrestles him the way he did the Rosman kid, he's gonna have some problems.
No.
So 152, Tristan Adams from Avery versus the man Franklin Bennett.
Now this
from Mount Airy.
This is a semi that we thought was going to be a final at the beginning of the year. Adams has the win over Bennett recently, but Bennett won regionals when Adams fell in the semis. So this one's a toss-up, man.
Yeah.
This one's a toss-up.
It's going to be a good scrap.
And then we got a rematch of the state duels match here between Bradley Parker and Grayson Roberts. It was a fun
tight one.
Tight one, fun exchanges in there. I think we get another really good match in this one.
170 got Seth Blackledge versus Doug Bowles.
Another back and forth battle that was a lot of fireworks.
Yeah.
So
220 is a personal favorite of mine of Grayson Holloman from Avery versus Carson Taylor from Swain.
Yeah.
Holloman looked awesome in his first round match. Looked great.
Great. If
Really
he
wrestled
punches his
well.
ticket here, imagine the mass those are points that Avery wasn't counting on per se. Right? They weren't.
We didn't even
have
add
those
that
in the
in,
bank.
and they're already up there at the top of the list. So let's bump up to 2A because warm-ups are about to get going.
Yep.
We want to get this out. If you guys haven't checked out our video our graphic. Go check out our Instagram of best semis to watch. So it's hit 2A. So 2A, 113, Isaiah Pittman versus Riley Shaw from West Wilkes. That's going to be fun. Pittman's always a lot of fun to watch. But
this is my favorite.
My favorite 2A semi is Bodie Kirkland from Bandy's, the boat, versus RJ James from Reedsville.
One of us.
RJ James always brings fireworks.
Yeah, he's a highlight reel on his feet a lot of times. So that one's going to be a lot of fun.
This is a state finals caliber match
sure.
right here.
I mean,
between the two of them.
Easily been. And then I really like this the Scotty Spencer kid I've talked about a couple times from Bunn.
Yep.
Just a real leader on the team, character-wise, and then that's wrestling ability obviously is really good as well, being in the semis. He's got David McEachern from Mount Pleasant, state runner-up last year. So we'll see. That I think that's gonna be a fun little exchanges in that match.
My second favorite semi of 2A is at 132. Connor Gopin from J.M. Robinson versus Caleb Cox from RS Central. Cox always comes ready to wrestle. RS Central kid, they're all tough. But Goodman has been on a different level and has looked really good. I believe he's your pick, right?
He is my state champion.
Yep. So this is another really, really good one. 138, Will Nix from Bandy's versus
Walker Maines
Hendersonville alum here.
Yeah.
Walker Maines from Hendersonville. Got a Bearcat back into the semis, so excited about that one. But Nix is solid. Maine's going to have to bring it for that. So 152, Bubba Patton from Patton versus Jason Brawley from Newton Conover. Mm-hmm. That's a really good one. Patton has been really impressive. The first time we saw him was at their conference tournament, and ever since then we kind of had an eye on him.
Yes.
And continues to impress. 220 fun.
Yeah, 220. You got now competitive-wise, we'll see, but I'm highlighting this one. Joseph Tutty, Newton Conover. Chase Creighton, Mount Pleasant.
Yep.
We know how good Chase Creighton is, but definitely one to swivel your eyes to watch that match.
So let's go up to 3A, 113. Charlie Sly, your state champ pick here.
Yes.
Versus Xavier Santos from Ashboro.
Yeah.
Big semi here. We could still be on.
We're
still on track for our projected state final matchup
between Carter Floyd and Charlie Sly.
Yep.
Yeah, that's the one where you and I kind of have circled as a match that we really want to see. Since we had a roll from the 3A West and kind of missed that one, we were a little brokenhearted. We want to see that one bad.
So 120, you got Luke Heckler from East Rowan versus Connor Wishon from Ledford.
And Wishon's the one who just beat Mejia.
Right.
So
and he's got momentum. Big win right there. Sometimes that's all it takes is just to get on a streak.
Yeah, and then pay attention 3A 126. Pay attention to Kyle Monteperto. You got 2 matches left to watch one of the all-time greats in North Carolina. So make sure your eyes float to whatever mat he ends up on to catch greatness there.
Yep. 132 got Matt Courageous. The Courageous brothers are absolutely monsters. Absolute hammers. But he's got
Marcus Jackson.
The guy, Marcus Jackson.
Yeah.
My pick here at one.
I still think Marcus Jackson might be the kid that has the most untapped potential in our state. I know how
him
good
and Tomas Brooker are right there.
I know how good Marcus Jackson is now, but I think he could be.
Yeah. Marcus Jackson, he's got that build that he can get into a college room, the right college program, and he's going to jump levels at that level. I cannot wait to see him in this round. This is a big one. That might be my favorite 3A finals. So
138, Jacob Cox, South Rowan, Xander Hill, Pisgah. Now we know where kind of tier-wise we think they stack up, right, a little bit, but Xander Hill is not scared to wrestle and create exchanges with anybody. So I think we're gonna see some fun exchanges in that one. And again, Jacob Cox Sr., make sure you're watching that one. And
Stone Shapiro, North Buncombe versus Brock Carey Ford. Stone knocked Brock Carey off last week at the regional tournament.
Carey was winning. Shapiro went headlock.
Yep. Got the fall. Big upset there. I want to see if Carey can gut his way to the finals here.
Yeah.
Just an awesome story from this year.
When you look at him and watch him wrestle, it's incredible. He's winning matches at this level right now.
152 is Connor Weaver from Ford versus Colin Staub from Cape Fear. Staub has been a monster all year, has been dominating, has been really leading the pack in 152 for a lot of the year. And then 160, Matthew Peterson from Ash versus Zane Burkett from Ford. Ash has been looking pretty good. Peterson's been on a roll, but Burkett's Zane Burkett.
Yeah.
He's solid. Always Russell stuff. Really good. 285 is one of my most
This is the one
interesting.
I'm really interested in.
Yeah.
We finally get to see where Rory Johnson really stacks up.
We get to see we've seen him against not lower level kids, but just we haven't seen him against that top tier.
Kids not on his level, right?
Exactly. We haven't seen that top tier. We get to see that with him and Jameer. I think Jameer takes it.
Yeah.
Because he's my state champ pick.
Yeah, I think so,
but we'll see.
I think it's going to be interesting.
4A is ridiculous. Let's kick it off. 106, Jackson Rowling from Huff versus Brad Yoakum from Ragsdale. That semi right there is state final potential.
Yeah, I mean, I know everyone knows where my state champ pick was. I'm going Rolling, but Yoakum has looked really impressive throughout the tournament, so it's going to be a fun match. And then at 113, you got Cooper Davis from Cox Mill and Liam Hickey from Cardinal Gibbons.
Yep.
Two just really solid kids.
120, Noah Luna from Providence versus Ian Fritz from Topsail. Now, I have not heard anyone else's name mentioned as much as I have Ian Fritz. Just kind of walking around and listening to the buzz of the tournament of just this kid is the real deal. 138, big in the team race here. JT Richards from Lake Norman versus Avery Bonacore from Laney. Big implications for a team race there.
Yeah.
Lake Norman wants to start closing that gap. Lake Norman needs this head-to-head win right there. 152, my state champ pick, Jackson Buck from Lumberton.
Against my state champ pick.
Your state champ pick here, Dylan Pepin from Northwest
Like
Gilbert.
we said, Davis Freeze on the other side could just make us both look silly
Davis
there.
Freeze can knock all this out.
I'm really excited about the Buck Pepin semi. And then
160, we got my state champ pick here, Michael Quinones
versus mine, which is Jaden Dobek, who both of those guys have looked really good coming into the match.
Yeah.
I think it's going to we watched Dobek at Tiger Classic. He really creates exchanges and lets it fly. So it's going to be
super excited for that one. Let's see. All right, so we have
and then you got at 170 Alex Hopper.
The guy right now, the most impressive guy at the tournament to me so far.
He looks so good in his
quarterfinals match.
The way his movement, he was just flowing.
He's the most impressive guy from this tournament so far.
And then you have Alex Gunning, who took out returning state champ Jack Jarvis. So they're matching up in the semis. That one's going to create fireworks for sure.
Yep. And then the last one that we're going to highlight.
There's one more that we didn't say. We want to save till you go with this one. We'll talk about that.
285, Ryland Van from Cary versus David Eldridge from West Forsyth. It just Van is just an absolute monster.
The way he moves his feet is really impressive.
Yeah, it's super impressive. Really want to see him punch a stick to the finals. I want Carson Floyd, Ryland Van.
I think it's a match that people talked about
what
since
I want.
Carson Floyd moved up. And the last match we're going to highlight, a rematch between Ethan Blevins and Brant Fagerman, right?
Yep.
Blevins took it at the Tiger Classic. Fagerman continues to be impressive with the way he holds his composure, looks for attacks.
Let's see if Brant can close that gap again and
we'll see.
And
I'm
get
excited
that
to see how we had some crazy exchanges at the Tiger Classic, so I hope we get the same.
Yep. So that's it, y'all. Semis are about to start. I think mats are open for warm-ups. It kind of hears like it sounds like we're
a little movement. We're going to try to scarf some
here.
food down real quick and get some clips and throw them out your way. Before we go, check out Rhett's new shirt from Chain Wrestling. Head over to chainwrestling.co. Use the code CarolinaState22 and get 15% off the entire website. Check out all the Carolina Takedown Talk gear on there. I got the white tee and the white crew neck sweatshirt, and it's hype. So check those out. If you see us around, say hey. We'll be back live after the semis from the Coliseum. Gonna do it as quick as we can right after the semis are completed. So stay tuned to our YouTube channel and Instagram and Facebook page.
All right. We'll see you guys soon.